This week's We Need to Talk is brought to you by our good friends at Manscaped. You know the score by now. We love Manscaped. If you want to go and support the channel, head over to manscaped.com. Buy any of the products on there. Stick in the code FootballDaily20. You're going to get 20% off and free shipping. That's FootballDaily20 on manscaped.com. Go and support the channel. Anyway, let's crack on. Because as you know by now, this is the show that looks at football on the internet over the past 7 days. The 7 days that's seen Thomas Delaney producing some Olivier Giroud magique. That accent though.
And from one brilliant piece of skill to another, check out this outrageous scorpion kick from Denmark midfielder Thomas Delaney in training.
The England and Croatia under-21s. Getting a bit feisty. Go on, Curtis.
Domagoj Bradaric has ensured that it is Croatia who take the prize. Emotions and tempers rising to the boil at the end.
And the England under-21s manager Adi Boothroyd, who hasn't been able to get out of the groups at either this Euros or the 2019 Euros, despite having some of the best young squads in the world, calling the job impossible. How does that make sense?
The England senior men's job has been called the impossible job. But I think the under-21s job is the utterly impossible job.
Anyway, today we need to talk about some of the world's best footballers. Okay, this week we are doing something a little bit different. Last week we did the best player at every age. You guys seem to enjoy that a little bit, so we're twisting it up today. We're Uno reversing ya. We're doing... that doesn't really make sense. It's pretty much the same thing, but slightly different. That's because we are going to be doing the best player for every shirt number. But I've only gone up to 30 because, quite frankly, I couldn't be asked to go beyond that. So the best player who wears shirt number 1, the best player who wears shirt number 2, and so on. If you don't get the picture by now, go and have a Red Bull. Wake up, because you're sleeping. Now, I know this is going to cause some debate, so stick your 1 to 30 in the comments right now. And I can almost guarantee you I've forgotten players that wear these numbers. If I have forgotten anyone, comment something below calling me an idiot. Because I'm pretty sure I will have. And now I've just told everyone to call me an idiot. All the comments are going to call me an idiot. Nice. Also, please do hit that like button. The more likes on the video, the better it performs on the YouTube algorithm, to be honest with you. And at the moment, every little helps. Okay, number 1. Obviously, we're starting with goalkeeper here. Although, I would have had Jan Oblak. Apparently, he wears number 13. Jan, why are you wearing the number 13? Sort that out. Some other options really, Courtois, Alisson, can't pick Edison. He didn't wear the number 1 either. Ter Stegen. And I have gone for Ter Stegen in goal. I would have gone Alisson last year. He's had a few whiffers this season and Liverpool have conceded 36 goals. Now, obviously, they're not all his fault because he's got cardboard cutouts in front of him after this season. But I've just gone with Ter Stegen, slightly more consistent over that period. I think Barcelona only conceded 24, 25 goals. Could easily have gone with Courtois. Again, I think they've got an outstanding defensive record, but I'm trusting my gut. Bring on the heat. I've gone for Mats. Okay, at number 2, a little bit of a dearth of quality here, potentially. We've got Jimenez, we've got Hakimi, we've got Carvajal, Kyle Walker. And then we get down to the likes of Hector Bellerin, Matty Cash, Lamptey, Victor Lindelof. Obviously, Trent wears number 66, so we couldn't have picked Trent Alexander-Arnold here. I've gone for Achraf Hakimi. Now, I've gone for Hakimi because he's playing for the best team in Italy right now. They're going to win Serie A. I think he's one of the outstanding he's more of a wing-back, one of the outstanding wing-backs, definitely one of the outstanding right wing-backs in world football. Fully deserved, and I don't think anybody else in that sort of number 2 category comes close to him this season. Number 3, a little bit more tricky this one because we do have Ruben Dias, we do have Fabinho. There are also other fullbacks that wear the number 3, Kieran Tierney, very, very solid player. Sergi Reguilon, not too bad. Gerard Piqué, probably in the twilight of his career. Angelino at RB Leipzig, who's been having a stunning season. But I have gone for Ruben Dias. I think he's one of the best centre-backs in Europe this year. Improved Manchester City's defence immeasurably. And at 23 years old, he will one day be the best centre-back in the world. So I'm sticking with Ruben Dias. Again, change your number though. What are you doing on number 3? Number 4, we have the likes of De Ligt, We've got Van Dijk, Pau Torres. We've got Soyuncu, Benacer, Sergio Ramos. But no, I've gone for Virgil van Dijk. Obviously been out for the entire year, snapped his ACL, but still the best centre-back in the world when he is fit and available. Sergio Ramos was probably pushed in the closest of any of those names on there, to be honest with you. Number 5, I went with Marquinhos. Let me get this pronunciation wrong, because every time I butcher it and I get slaughtered in the comments.
Marquinhos or Marquinhos.
Marquinhos. Whatever. I've gone for Marquinhos as number 5. He is up against the likes of Rafa Varane, who I was very tempted by. Very much torn between those two, really. I think this was one of the toughest selections so far. Upamecano, also a contender, I think maybe in a couple years. Not right now. Harry Maguire wears it. Gini Wijnaldum wears it. John Stones, who's been outstanding this year, wears it. Sergio Busquets also wears it, but I have gone with Marquinhos. Oh, okay, he's number 5. All right, who did I go with for number 6? Because it's tough competition in here. You know, the likes of Kimmich, Pogba, Verratti, Koke, Thiago. But no, I went with Kimmich, as I had him last week as the outstanding player in his age group. I've got him as the outstanding player in his number. Probably the best, if not top 3 best all-round central midfielders in world football. 7 causes a big debate point because some of the players here, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Sancho, Sterling, Son, João Felix, Antoine Griezmann, Gnabry, Saka, Kante. The list is pretty much endless for number 7s because it's the most in-demand number, isn't it? But I've gone with Cristiano. It's basically a flip of a coin between him and Kylian Mbappe, and it came down on the side of Cristiano Ronaldo. No doubt that Kylian Mbappe over the next few years will be the number 7 greatest player in the world, but right now I'm sticking with Cristiano Ronaldo. I think there was something about the synonymousness of Cristiano Ronaldo and the number 7. You know, those two go together like a Big Mac and chips. They're just meant to be. So yeah, I've gone for Cristiano at 7. At 8, I've gone for Toni Kroos. I just think he's been outstanding this season for Real Madrid. Some of his creation numbers and progressive passing numbers are off the charts. As ever, he's hitting like the 99th percentile for pass accuracy, as he always has throughout his career. And some of the other options, you know, Saul, Tielemans was a potential shout in here, but he's not quite there, is he? He's definitely getting better season on season at Leicester. Gundogan, is he an option? Should have gone Gundogan. Yeah, should have gone Gundogan. Here, I'm not going to lie. 1 second. At 8, I've gone Gundogan. At 9, I went for Lewandowski. Of course, you do have some very strong contenders in here with Haaland and Lukaku, but Robert Lewandowski's goal scoring just stands him apart. If it wasn't for those knee ligament injuries, he would have shattered Gerd Muller's record of 40 Bundesliga goals in a single season. I think he's on 35 at the moment. He's probably on for about 200 goals in all comps for the Bavarians. Just freak of nature. 10, another freak of nature. We've gone for Lionel Messi. Neymar and Kane also pushing in pretty close, but Messi's not from this planet, quite frankly. So at 11, I've got Mo Salah. Again, Timo Werner, where's number 11? Ousmane Dembele in there too. Not loads of other options, to be totally honest with you. And Mo Salah is probably going to take home the Premier League Golden Boot. Timo Werner has been a little bit of a disappointment this season, so it had to be Mo Salah. 12, I actually went for Jules Koundé. I've probably pronounced that wrong too. Is it Kwande or Koundé? I'm going for Koundé. Again, a little bit of a dearth of quality wearing the number 12 shirt in world football right now, but who wants it? Who wants the number 12 shirt? To be totally honest with you, Marcelo's in there, Alexandro, Joe Gomez, Willian's in there. You know, Arsenal fans, let me know about that one. But no, I've gone for Koundé. I think he'll probably get a big move this summer, maybe to Manchester United. Partially the reason I've put him in there. Number 13, unlucky. Number 13, unlucky for some, but not for the best goalkeeper in the world, of course. Jan Oblak. Already spoken about him earlier. A couple of other contenders here. Callum Wilson in there, you know. Big cow. Don't disrespect the Karate King. 14, I went for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the end on this one. And this was a number I was a little bit torn on between Aubameyang and Laporte, to be totally honest with you. The reason that I was torn between these two is that I think if Laporte had got more minutes this season and hadn't been brushed out of the team by Ruben Dias, I would have picked him. Definitely would have picked him last season. You know, Casemiro, also a potential shout in here. And Aubameyang hasn't been great. I don't really want to give anyone the 14 shirt. Who would you have as 14? Probably Casemiro, Aubameyang. Could be Marcos Llorente, you know. Been pretty outstanding for Atletico Madrid this season. I'm so torn, I'm deleting Aubameyang's head. I don't want to see you there, Pierre. I'm leaving 14 blank for you guys at home to fill in. Okay, at number 15, another one. I was really torn between Fede Valverde and Harvey Barnes. My instinct left me with Valverde. But I've just had a look on their, you know, comparative WhoScored pages, and Valverde hasn't played as much as I thought he had. I thought he got a lot more minutes under his belt. You know, Harvey Barnes, 13 goal involvements in 22 starts in the Premier League, 3 and 5 in the Europa League. I think he was a contender to go with England to the Euros. Fede Valverde, 10 games in La Liga for Real Madrid. You know, a bit like Gundogan, I might swap him. I'm going to swap him. Am I going to swap him? Yes, is the answer to that question. Harvey Barnes is in. Fede Valverde's out. Okay, at 16... Postman, 1 second. You know, how about big mother, Sarah T, coming through with some absolute heaters for Easter. Okay, at 16, we have Rodri. Not loads of competition in here. We got Pedri, but he's a little bit too young still, in my opinion, to be considered. Connor Cody, maybe. Klosterman. But no, we're sticking with Pedri. No, Rodri. Too many Rees in here. We're sticking with Rodri at 16. At 17, it's an easy selection. Has to be Kevin De Bruyne. Don't know why he's got the number 17. If anybody knows, let me know, because he was facing competition from the likes of Kovacic and Immobile, but he's the best central midfielder in the world, isn't he? So he had to be picked. The best attacking midfielder in the world comes in at 18, taking one out of Paul Scholes' book there. What a legendary number. Obviously, it's Bruno Fernandes. To be fair, this was tough, because Goretzka is also 18. I went for Bruno, though, just because he scores more goals, and I love him way more. I know that Goretzka is a better box-to-box midfielder, but Bruno is the Don. Who else do we have in here potentially? You know, Lo Celso, slightly injury-prone, still very solid. Thomas Partey, very solid, but not Bruno Fernandes. Nobody is. 19, I went for Mason Mount. This is going to cause some controversy because Alphonso Davies also wears the number 19. But I've gone for Mason Mount because I love Mason Mount. Every time I watch him, he's the best player on the pitch. I think he's legitimately one of the best under-23s in Europe. Easily top 5 best under-23s in the Premier League. Is he? Marcus Rashford, Mason Mount, Phil Foden, maybe Pedro Neto, Bukayo Saka, maybe Reece James. Yeah, I would have him in my top 5 under-23s in the Premier League, even though I definitely just forgot someone. Who did I forget? At number 20, I had Bernardo Silva. That's right. He faced a bit of competition from Diego Carlos. There was also Vinicius Jr., Callum Hudson-Odoi, maybe less so Dele Alli, Diogo Jota also, but Bernardo Silva been outstanding, yeah, again, for Manchester City under Pep Guardiola, the perfect system player. At 21, I had Frankie de Jong. He had a bit of competition from Milinkovic-Savic, Ferran Torres, but no, he's massively improved this year in his second season at the Nou Camp, even though Barcelona have been a bit hit and miss. I think his connection with Ronald Koeman has certainly helped that. 22, I went for Ansu Fati, the outstanding 18-year-old in world football right now, to be totally honest with you. Chiesa's also in there, Zaniolo, I think Hakim Ziyech wears that number, Jude Bellingham, of course, wears that number, and he's the outstanding 17-year-old in world football. But no, I will stick with Ansu Fati. 23. Oh yeah, big Luke Shaw. How could I not pick Luke Shaw? I think he's been one of the outstanding left-backs in Europe this season. I believe only one other fullback has created more chances than Luke Shaw in Europe's top 5 leagues so far this season. He faced a bit of competition from, Ferland Mendy, from Barella. But at the end of the day, Luke Shaw's Luke Shaw. And I love him. So I'm putting him in. 24, I've gone for Insigne. A little bit of competition here from Reece James, but still been very solid for Napoli, even though they have had a bit of a down year. I think they're 5th in Serie A. 25, Thomas Müller. Surprising amount of top quality players wear the number 25, by the way. And Didi in there, Rodrigo maybe not so much, but Rabiot, Berardi, Eze, Fernandinho. But no, I've gone with Thomas Müller, still doing the business, top of the Bundesliga, going to go deep in the Champions League. I hope. 26, I went for Riyad Mahrez. Again, the names that wear number 26 shocked me. 26, Andy Robertson, Koulibaly, Riyad Mahrez, Emi Martinez, and Dean Henderson wears it as well. Dean Henderson could easily have been picked here. No, had to be Riyad Mahrez. He's basically been Iron Robin this season, hasn't he? Just outstanding on that left foot. And it is so predictable, but it is so unstoppable. So I've gone for Riyad Mahrez. 27, I've gone for João Cancelo. Tough one this as well, between him and David Alaba. But Bayern Munich's defence hasn't been that brilliant this year, and Manchester City's quite frankly has. And Cancelo has changed the way Pep Guardiola plays and deploys his fullbacks. So I'm going for João Cancelo. 28, I went for Thomas Souček. I love him. What an absolute unit Thomas Souček is. And he faced competition from Ndombele, who's definitely a better footballer than Thomas Souček. Like with the ball at his feet, dribbling, he's better than Souček. But Souček's better off the ball, better aerially, and I think has had a more has been more impactful on West Ham than Ndombele has on Tottenham this season. And West Ham are ahead of Spurs in the league, so fair play to him. 29, I went with Kingsley Coman. A tough one because Havertz also wears that. Aaron Wan-Bissaka wears that. But Kingsley Coman's been outstanding for Bayern Munich yet again. And the shirt number 30, I went for Bentancur because we're scratching around at number 30, to be honest with you. Bentancur, Eddie Nketiah, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Frimpong, Mikel Antonio could have been in there. But no, I went for Bentancur. I know that Juventus aren't having the season they used to having, but he's still been okay for them. And 30 is a pretty dry number. So that was my list of the best players to wear every shirt number between 1 and 30. I've left number 14 free because, I didn't think any outstanding candidates were in there, and I want you guys at home to pick number 14. The rest of it is going to be controversial, and I'm sure people will be calling me an idiot in the comments below. Nevertheless, I don't care. It's Easter weekend, it's sunny in London, I want to go out for a beer. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and please do go to manscaped.com, use the code FootballDaily20 where you'll get 20% off all products and free shipping. It's well worth it to support the channel. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.